Early in the morning on February 5, 2010, Chase Merritt travels west from his home in Rancho Cucamonga.
We're having yet another snowstorm has caught people's attention. Some of the people here have been told.
At 7 a.m. Chase Merritt appears to check his voicemail, as his phone activates a cell tower in the upland area. At this point he is within a couple of miles of a storage unit, in Pomona, that he and Joseph shared. Chase continues west on Interstate 210. Chase reaches Santa Clarita in approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes. Given that the drive time is approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes, there are over 2.5 hours of unaccounted for time. The next cell phone activity is at 10:45 a.m. and 10:46 a.m. in the general area of Santa Clarita. At 10:59 a.m. he has contact with a cell tower in the general area of Interstate 210 near the San Fernando area. This indicates that Chase Merritt is heading back to Rancho Cucamonga. Continuing his return drive, he reaches Rancho Cucamonga at approximately 11:55 p.m. 11 minutes later Chase begins activity on QuickBooks. At 12:06 p.m. check number 4,237 was written for $4,500. This check was backdated to February 4th and deleted from QuickBooks. The following is an explanation of deleting a check in QuickBooks.
So here's the thing. If you delete a check instead of voiding it, it's going to remove the check altogether. There will be no record of it. So that's why I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, if you want to make a check go away because for whatever reason it's not going to clear, you want to void it. You don't want to delete it. Because if you delete it, there'll be no record of it. As a matter of fact, QuickBooks is so freaked out about it, it gives you a warning. Are you sure you want to do that? So 9 times out of 10, you want to void. If the check ever existed, you want a record of it, you want to void it.
At 12:12 p.m. check number 4,237 was printed. At 12:19 p.m., Chase Merritt added a new account, Metro Sheet Metal, all lowercase. He then created a check for $1,650 to this account, backdated it, and deleted it from QuickBooks. At 12:25 a check was written for $250 to Metro Sheet Metal. It was printed and backdated to February 4th. At 12:29 p.m. check number 4,241 to Charles Merritt, all lowercase letters, for $6,505 was created. The check was backdated to February 4th, 2010, printed, then deleted. At 12:33, check number 4,242 was written to Charles Merritt for $2,350. It was then backdated to February 4th, 2010, printed, and then deleted. The check was deposited into Bank of America at a later time. At 12:38 p.m., Chase cashes check number 4,237, in the amount of $4,500 at Union Bank. 10 minutes after depositing this check, Chase begins using his cell phone. Between 12:49 and 2:23 p.m., he contacts 2 towers that are adjacent to each other in Rancho Cucamonga. Then, from 2:32 p.m. to 3:54 p.m., he contacts 2 different towers. Both are in the Rancho Cucamonga area. After the 3:54 p.m. call, which was in the Rancho Cucamonga area, There's no call activity until 9:17 p.m. The following is a recap and a theory based on the ping information. 1. Chase Merritt leaves home and heads west in the direction of the storage unit, and then Santa Clarita at 7 a.m. Chase and Joseph shared ownership of the storage unit. 2. Cell tower ping information shows Chase Merritt leaving Santa Clarita at 10:45. 14 minutes later his phone pings and he is 11 miles east near San Fernando and Highway 210. 3. Based on the 1 hour and 10-minute drive time from Santa Clarita to Rancho Cucamonga, Chase would arrive back in Rancho Cucamonga around 11:55 a.m. 4. At 12:06 p.m., Chase Merritt begins a flurry of QuickBooks activities starting with a check written to himself, to the all-lowercase account, Chase Merritt, in the amount of $4,500. This activity acts much like a ping. It shows that Chase Merritt is now in Rancho Cucamonga. 5. QuickBooks activities continue until 12:33 p.m. 6. 5 minutes later at 12:38 p.m., the $4,500 check is cashed at Union Bank by Chase Merritt. Union Bank is less than a half-mile from Chase Merritt's home. All the checks written were signed with the signature Joseph McStay. These signatures were noted as inconsistent with samples of Joseph's signature. 7. At 12:49 Chase's phone pings in the Rancho Cucamonga area, giving supporting evidence that he was the one who wrote, printed, signed and deleted the checks. The following is speculation based on the information contained in this video, which is based on the evidence produced at the June 15, 2015 preliminary hearing and warrant documents. It's possible that Chase Merritt at around 7 a.m. first drove to the shared storage unit and placed the bodies of the McStay family in it. Supporting circumstantial evidence of this is that Joseph had 2 keys, consistent with the locks used at the storage unit, on his body. One of the keys was loose and the other on a key ring. Both were found in Joseph's pockets at the burial site. Chase then traveled west to Santa Clarita looking for a place to dig graves but could not find a suitable place, possibly due to the heavy rains. He then, feeling secure with the bodies in the storage unit, drove back to Rancho Cucamonga and began writing fraudulent checks. Over $10,000 of which were to himself.